Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be showcasing a bunch of Charlotte Tilbury products. So some of them are going to be the Hollywood Flawless Filter line, some of them are going to be the Pillow Talk line. Here are a few products that I can show you that I'm going to be using. These ones I am super excited about. So these are going to be the filter as well as the blush and highlighter, and then we've got contour and we got setting spray. We got a few things. So I'm gonna go right now diving into this tutorial, and thanks for watching. We'll hop right in. So since today is very hot and I'm gonna be outside and most likely sweating a ton, I don't want to go for as much dewiness in my primer, so I'm gonna use the Benefit Professional as opposed to a hydrating gel primer. This one is more mattifying. And so I'm just using this on the back of my hand, and as usual, dotting this around my face, paying particular attention to my nose because my nose does get very, very oily. And then from there, just using clean fingers to rub it into the skin. So now that I'm primed, the first Charlotte Tilbury product is gonna be the Hollywood Flawless Filter. And I've been using an old one that is a lighter shade, and so I just got this one in the shade 5.5 Tan. This is a lot more tan than the one that I used to use, and so I haven't tested out this shade. We'll see if it goes with my current summer skin. It doesn't look too bad, honestly. It looks like it might be a good match. You can see here that it's a little dark, but as I've said before about this formula, it's so light and blends out so sheer on the skin that shade matching isn't as important as it might be for others. But I will say that looking at it on screen, it does look pretty light, or I'm sorry, pretty dark. My skin does look pretty light. So I'm gonna use my NYX Bear With Me Tinted Veil, and I'm gonna go in with a little bit lighter product to just mix it all together, because I really don't want to be looking orange outside today. So then I am just going to blend all this together and meet you guys back here. All right, so for me, I haven't seen it in natural light, but I think mixed with the NYX, what is it called? Bear With Me Tinted Skin Veil in Beige Camel. I think that it lightened it out enough, and when I blended it out, it's again sheer enough coverage that I don't think it's as important to shade match for me on this one as it would be if it was a foundation, for instance. But that being said, I think I will see how tan I am in a couple of weeks, see if I get to a summer shade that's darker than what I am right now, and potentially exchange this filter for another shade in store. So moving on into the next products, I'm really excited to show you these. These ones are the blush, contour, and highlight trio. And so these ones, super pretty. I did already open the packaging and test them out, so they won't be brand new. But that's okay. So I'm gonna go into the contour. So this one is the Hollywood Contour Wand. And this shade, I believe they only have 2 shades. So I got the shade Fair Medium. And I would say that even though I'm on the tanner side, like nobody would describe me as fair, I think that this shade is good for me. If you see how dark it is, and on the skin too, you see how dark it is? Like there's no way that a darker shade would help me. And so I will say that's a limitation to the product. A lot of brands don't really cater to brown people, and this kind of assumes that you're either white or you're dark. So I would love if there were some shades in between. But I like this product as far as a liquid contour, because usually I use cream contours or powder contours and they're just a little bit harder to blend out. This one blends out really easily because it is a liquid product. So I'm just going to go really imprecisely with my finger. I just find this is the easiest way to blend out. If you are using kind of a lot more product or trying to go for a really contoured look, I wouldn't recommend using your finger because you are going to end up with some harsh lines if you're not paying attention or if you're not blending in adequate lighting. So for me, I do usually use a beauty blender or a contour brush when I'm doing this step. But when I'm in a hurry, I just do this with my finger and I find that it's okay. I mean, it's not great, but I do check for harsh lines and I try to make sure that it's just a really, really light shadow that's cast underneath my cheekbones to try to give my face some more dimension. Especially if you have a round face like mine, or larger cheeks like mine, contour is definitely gonna help. So then the blush. So this one is the Pillow Talk Matte Beauty Blush Wand. It's a liquid blush and this shade is in Peach Pop. So same packaging as the contour with the little pillow applicator. And this one I tried before, it's very pigmented. So I'm gonna use what looks like a really small amount, but when I blend it out, you guys are gonna see that it goes a long way. Like even that is possibly like more than you need. The first time around I used way too much. And I also just want to be like very, very careful about blush today because it's such a hot day and my skin is going to have a lot of natural flush to it while I'm outside in 80-degree weather. And so I usually like a lot of blush, and today I'm going to try, but see how much that is. Today I'm going to try, already failing, not to have kind of as pronounced of a blush look as I usually do, and just make sure it's really, really, really well blended out into the skin. And as you guys know, I usually like to pull it up towards my temples a little bit and sometimes across the bridge of the nose to give a kind of sun-kissed look. And that's it for the blush. And like I said, this shade is Peach Pop. I really like a peachy blush on my skin tone, but especially for the summer. And then the last product is also the Pillow Talk line. And this one is the highlighter. So same as the blush, it's Pillow Talk Beauty Wand, and this one's Easy Highlighter in the shade Pillow Talk. So this one is the, either the shade is Pillow Talk or I think the line is Pillow Talk. So I'm not sure if there's more than one shade or if the shade itself is Pillow Talk. But either way, this one is the kind of champagne-y color. Like slightly rosy, but not like a rose-colored illuminator. So this one I'm gonna dot up here. It really, I don't need like illuminator or highlight today because it is gonna be very hot out, but I do like some extra shine, and I wanted to demo all the products in this video. So that is what it looks like blended out. So for the highlighter, my thoughts are, it's not blowing my mind. Like, I really, really like liquid highlighters. It's my favorite way to wear highlighter. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with this one, but I don't find that it's really performing to the level that the price point is at. I'm still kind of thinking through whether the blush and contour are worth it, and I'm going to be doing some dupe review videos to see if there are competitor drugstore level products that can accomplish the same thing as these. But if I had to choose two of the three, I would choose the contour and blush over the highlighter. Now this next step isn't Charlotte Tilbury, but to set my face because it doesn't look super shiny now. It looks a little shiny, a little dewy, but I'm gonna use a setting spray that isn't mattifying. And like I said, I'm also gonna be out in the sun, in which case I like to be a little bit mattified. So I'm gonna use setting powder. I'm gonna use the Laura Mercier translucent powder with just a fluffy powder brush, and just gonna go really all over, kind of blending out the product on my eyelid a little bit so that I don't get that creasing. Usually I like to tap it into the lid so that I don't waste product. And then I just tap my brush into the product on the lid. And one thing worth noting, I am not using concealer today because I don't use concealer on an everyday basis. but I will be doing some concealer videos soon. Got some concealers from Ulta and Sephora that I'm excited to try out. Kind of do a review from the perspective of somebody who is really picky with concealers. Alright, and this next part, nothing on my eyes or eyebrows are Charlotte Tilbury products, so I'm going to do them off camera. I do have a Charlotte Tilbury pencil that I really like that I can link if anybody's interested in, but lately I haven't been using pencils. I've been using like tinted gels basically. So I'm just going to continue using the familiar products that you guys have seen, and then for my eye look today I'm going to use one of my favorite springtime palettes, which is the Garden of Juvia's, and I've used this in past videos. I'm just going to use the Peony and Blossom shades here with a base of this, is it Gardenia? Yep. So I'm going to go do eyes off camera and I'll meet you back here. Alright, with eyes and lips done, the last Charlotte Tilbury product to use is the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Party all night, stay all day. This one I have used a little bit before. I like it. Primes and sets for up to 16 hours. No melting, no fading, no creasing. Hold 6 to 8 inches away and mist over entire face. Ooh, before and after applying makeup. I'll have to try that next time. Right, and then I'm also going to use just a tiny bit of powder as usual, whatever's left on the brush, to pat the setting mist into the skin and reduce a little bit of the shine while hopefully still retaining that dewy, fresh look. So this is the finished look. Very light coverage makeup. I like how the contour and blush turned out, very, very minimal. The nice thing about these products is you can layer them up if you want a more defined look. I'm happy with how mine turned out today for a really light, easy summer day. And really, all in all, very happy with these products. And thank you guys for sticking around. I will see you later.